All right, guys, I've done it. I've managed to lose my first ever election, and it was an uncontested race. How did I pull off this feat? Basically, there's a 51% of the shares in the company, 51% of the units basically, need to be present at the board member meeting, or they need to vote by proxy beforehand. And we did not make quorum. Not enough people showed up. So what did we do good? What did we do bad? What could we do better in the future? Something that I really like, I've talked about this in the previous video, so I won't get too into it, is that I did knock all the doors. I met a couple of new neighbors that I haven't met before, showed them a friendly face, left my campaign poster, okay? Encouraged people with a nice friendly message to run for the board. I helped a couple neighbors get on the Facebook page. So just basic, simple, a good solid hour, okay? A lot of people would have been watching a Netflix episode, so good use of an hour there. What could I have done better? Because it took like 2 hours. What could I have done better is a lot of these doors, there were people who weren't going to vote. I usually ask, like, oh, have you casted your vote yet for the upcoming election? Have you casted your ballot? And the problem that I have, very common problem, especially in liberal Democrat circles, a little too soy, a little too passive, a little too sweet, a little too friendly. And I said to a lot of people things along the lines of like, oh, haha, like, don't worry too much about it. I'm running uncontested. So this was 2 days before the election. We had a lot of time to vote by mail, and we had a lot of time to, and anyone who was going to be at the meeting was going to be there. So realistically, I don't think I suppressed voter turnout, but I probably didn't help it even a fraction of what I could have by telling people like, oh yeah, I'm kind of a shoo-in, like it's not really a contested race. That kind of thing I have to really get over. It's like an obvious liberal problem. My mentor in politics, Mr. Shedgen, would instantly agree, like, this is one of my biggest problems, is way too nice, way too polite, quote unquote. It's not even polite, you're not helping them. They want to be part of a community, they want to help their community out. So we didn't make quorum, and that's partly why. So it's a good lesson to have embedded into your head. I'm still probably gonna end up on the board of the building. Again, this is like a cartoon saga, it's not really a big deal, but basically what happens now is the board just appoints someone, and I still, I should emphasize this one, and the stuff I did good is that I talked to the president of the board for 30 minutes, like, hey, I'm probably going to end up on the board. Do you have any advice for me? It looks like the race is uncontested. There's a good chance I'll be on here. What are your thoughts? How does it go? How does this work? I knocked on every single door in the neighborhood. Everyone kind of knows that I did that. It's like kind of a cute, funny, like, people don't do that. So it's a good way of showing a commitment to putting the work in simple ways that, quote unquote, don't matter. They do matter, but like, that's not actual work. It is work, but it's not like making progress towards a goal. I can't make progress towards a goal. I don't have the power to do that right now, but it's a good way that to show that I will when I have the position, is to put the work in beforehand. And to give a nice smile to all the neighbors. So for all these reasons, probably next time there's a board selection to be had, I will probably end up being there. It's kind of funny. I was supposed to be on the board 2 years ago as well, and we lost the quorum. And then last year I was in Ohio, so I didn't run or apply because I was living in Pennsylvania and Ohio the whole time. So it's been long delayed. Okay, if I'm president in 2056 instead of 2052, then you'll know why. It's like, he delayed his political career by 4 years by missing his board appointments to the One Halley Terrace board. Again, mostly just testing the waters, mostly just playing around. The main story quest is going to be get filthy rich through Enlighten Clinical and start shaking hands with some candidates and talking to some DNC folk. But yeah, that's where we're at right now. That'll be that video.